You're like twice as big.
And so the physique reveal, he's stripping his shirt off at the gym, and I can say I'm extremely impressed. I did not know that he was going to be this shredded and have this much size. Coach Greg, in today's video, Genetic Anomaly, or Sven, he put on 25 pounds of muscle in 3 months, and he's going to explain how. If you want to go and watch the entirety of the video, be sure to go and check him out, and of course use code ANOMALY in order to support Sven and his endeavors to be the next big IFBB pro. Without even having watched the video, I'm going to assume the answer is steroids, or better yet, lots of steroids. You're not putting on 25 pounds of muscle in 3 months while you're 100% natural. It just isn't happening. Prior to this, Sven was on performance-enhancing drugs, and remember, he's very open, honest, and transparent about it. He ended up with gynecomastia, explained all of the dangerous things it can do, the side effects, and so he's one of the good guys that you should follow. He couldn't train as hard, and he lowered his doses to just simply doing HRT. And so during that time, he lost some of the muscles that he once had, which means he had muscle memory. Once you've had a certain amount of muscle, it's easier to get it the second time around.
And as you guys know, I like having dextrose while I work out. It helps me keep a pump, but I don't have dextrose, so I bought this giant bag of sugar.
The first thing he describes is that he consumes a lot of sugar, and he says sugar is good for you when used appropriately. And so here's the thing. Sugar has been demonized. People saying it's bad. If you consume sugar, well, you're going to get cancer, you're going to die, you're going to be obese, and this is simply not true. Sugar is only bad for people that don't work out and don't exercise. If you're obese, and if you're a couch potato, a lazy piece of shit, then you don't consume sugar because you're going to consume too many calories and you're going to continue to be obese. Genetic Anomaly is shredded. And so when he goes to the gym, he's consuming 50 grams of sugar, which is only 200 calories, and it gives him a better pump. He's burning a lot of calories. He's eating mostly healthy foods. He's eating chicken, lots of protein. And so by adding in that sugar while doing physical activity, it is, of course, beneficial. Other people that can benefit from sugar: endurance athletes, guys who like Coach Greg who are racing bikes. Perhaps you're doing marathons, Ironman training, all of that stuff. If you are doing those kind of activities, there's nothing wrong with consuming a lot of sugar. Now, everyone else, if you're on a weight loss journey, if you're trying to reduce your calories, I don't suggest you copy this. But if you're trying to bulk up and you're on steroids, especially if you're on insulin, well, of course you're going to be wanting to consume some sugar.
So this is like a Powerade Zero, no carbs, and I'm adding the carbs to it, you know?
I mean, that would be analogous to, for example, buying alcohol-free beer and then adding vodka to it and drinking it. It goes without saying that this doesn't make any sense. Why not just consume the Gatorade or the Powerade as is? You don't need to buy the sugar-free version if you're going to add sugar back into it.
Now my today's a special day, so we're going to do 2 scoops.
And so I like this. They're putting the scoop of the pre-workout onto the paper towel and allowing that to go into the bottle. I personally would use paper. You don't need to buy a funnel. Hey, it's all about education. And so when you're going to the gym, you get your piece of paper, you funnel it in, and I suggest you use a gram scale. Everyone knows how important it is to measure things accurately, and so oftentimes the scoop inside the container, it's too small, it's too big, and so please measure accurately.
You're gonna get big today.
You yes, me no.
You know, why not?
Would you like it if I was big, a big torta?
No.
And remember, in order to be hot as a female, all you have to do is not be fat. If you're simply a normal ass chick, I'm talking about 30% body fat or less, you're automatically at least a 5. You could ask, for example, clavicular. I'm sure he will agree.
That's why I looks max.
Being fat makes you less attractive, and so if you lose weight, you're going to get hotter than last time. Going to the gym, working out, putting the fork down, eating less. And listen, If you're struggling with the food, noise, whatever you want to call it, you can go to Algo RX. They sell the GLPs. You've heard of these things. You've probably heard of things like Ozempic. Perhaps you've heard of terzipatide, retatrutide, and so on. And so if you're interested in the legal ones, retatrutide, it's not yet legal. It's still in the experimental stages. But if you want the legal products, including testosterone and clomiphene, code Greg 10% off. Head over to Algo RX.
First exercise, buddy's got a crazy pump.
And next, in order to put on 25 pounds of muscle, you need to use a lot of tests and probably a lot of tren, hence meeting up with the Tren twins at the gym to get in a workout. You need to train harder than last time. You don't need to do all the science-based bullshit. You don't have to ask Jeff Nippa, the science-based lifter who won't take your picture. You don't need to talk to him. That glitcher won't take your picture. Whatever he's going to say, depends on the science. Every year it's something different. What you need to do is to be consistent. You go to the gym and you train hard, and you do that repeatedly, and eventually you're going to put on some size. And so they go to the gym and they train hard, and that I like to see.
How do you feel?
Jet lag.
Me too. I can barely walk. I'm so tired.
I want to sleep.
And so notice, he's at the gym, jet lag, lacking sleep, but he's still getting in a workout because Sven, he wants it more than almost anyone. That was the number one comment. When you love bodybuilding, when you really care about a sport, this is all that you want to do. When in life, the people who are the best at what they do, it's because they love it. The best basketball players, they love basketball. Cyclists, they love to ride a bike. The best authors, they write a lot. And so if you want to have an amazing physique, you really have to want it.
You saw him before with Gyno or?
Yeah.
No gun.
Now you're even more attracted to him, I guess, then.
And so the physique reveal, he's stripping his shirt off at the gym, and I can say I'm extremely impressed. I did not know that he was going to be this shredded and have this much size. He looks like he's several weeks out from doing a bodybuilding competition. I think he should get ready for a show and do it now. Bro looks ridiculous, and what's really impressive about Sven is he has barn door wide shoulders and a very small waist. And because of that, all of the added size, it's in all of the right places. I mean, look at Genetic Anomaly mogging both of the Tren twins. The Tren twins are massive. Now, not in stature, they're 5'6" manlets like Coach Greg, but they have a tremendous amount of size, and Sven, he makes them look small, and that's saying something. Look at the size of the chest, the fullness, the arms, the delts, the striations, the vascularity. Bro has a six-pack, and he's not even getting ready for competition.
Dude, you're like twice as big.
I'm the biggest one.
Oh my god.
His girlfriend saying, "Oh my God," and that is the exact phrase I keep hearing the first time I got with Mepstagram. Couldn't believe it. She couldn't believe it was so small, but that's in comparison to the rest of the body.
Yeah, boy.
If you have this much muscle like Coach Greg, everything in comparison, it's minuscule. The front double bicep, the side chest is so much size, and his girlfriend's on the size. Unlike Jeff Nippa, she's taking his picture. Why is it that while he's posing, there's some gay-ass bodybuilder who's taking it up the you-know-where getting pegged? What kind of a gym is this? Is this not what you're hearing? All I can hear is, sounds like Mike Israetel on the leg curl machine. Why are you fantasizing about being pegged by Mike Israetel while lifting your weights? Can we not just lift the weights? I understand making some noises, but to grunt to that extent, what is wrong with you? Who is even that person? Somebody should have panned and showed whoever this actually is. We need to start shaming people who are doing this, because this is not okay.
Dude, Grant, he's like twice as big.
What Turk? And so they're saying, what the Turk happened? And remember, he's not actually making all this growth from Turk. It would be amazing if I could say he got on the Turk, he took an entire bottle every single day, and he put on 25 pounds in 3 months. I'm sorry, but even Turkesterone, Ajuga turkestanica, the actual Ajuga from HLG supplements, it isn't that strong. Now, remember, Coach Greg, I'm 50, and in the last 5 years, I've reduced my body fat and put on more muscle. while only being on HRT. And most of you, I believe more than half, don't believe that I'm being truthful. You're thinking I'm dishonest. And some of you actually think that I'm lying, that this is snake oil. I guarantee you, and in fact, I have a money back guarantee, and it's been up to a $50 gift card, that this is the best natural supplement in the world. And so if you are somehow disappointed, you get your money back as well as a $50 gift card. Code Greg, 15% off.
How old are you, Sven?
22. The more years I get fucking huge.
Bro is competitive right now. Does anyone not think that this is a competitive bodybuilder right now? Literally, a super heavyweight in the making. I mean, find a girl that looks at Sven the way his girlfriend looks at him. She is absolutely geneticking her anomaly right now.
During the phase where I wasn't training as much, I was focusing mainly on like my form and stuff. I was just focusing on the connection.
So if you get injured, if you get sick, it doesn't mean you take time off from the gym. That's loser talk. You go to the gym and you do your best. I don't care if it's just going for a walk, stretching, lifting 10 pounds weights. You keep training. You work on your form, mind-muscle connection, and you progressive overload from there. Sooner or later, you're going to be over your injury and you're going to be back to 100% sooner than last time.
Is that okay, training for a week straight?
5 days.
If you train every single day, going as hard as you can, you perhaps are overtraining. And so please be careful. Most people are not going to overtrain. It's perhaps 5% of the population. And so my advice, look around the gym. And if there's anyone training harder than you, you're probably not training too hard. However, if you are always the hardest training person in the room, every time you go to the gym, you look around and you're like, I'm always the one that goes past failure and beyond. I'm doing set after set. I always do the most sets, the most reps, the most intensity. You may, in fact, be overtraining. Everyone else, just keep going harder.
Next year I might compete. But like,
Dude, just go get tan and do it now.
When I first met him, he said the same thing. I'm not big enough yet. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You're huge. And so he has, unfortunately, a little bit of the old body dysmorphia where you don't realize just how good you actually are. Many people suffer from this, both males and females. They think that they have less muscle than they actually have, or they have more body fat than they actually have. And so unfortunately, it plays tricks on your mind, and you simply don't have the confidence that you should have. Sven should be thinking, you know what, if I put on a spray tan, I could probably walk up on stage in 1 week. Probably win the whole thing. But instead, he's thinking, my back is too small. I need to train. I need to get more size. Bro is big enough.
I'm actually, like, I'm not that fat even.
When you say I'm not that fat, it signifies that you are fat, just not very fat. Imagine if I said this, hey guys, Coach Greg here, I'm not that fat. You'd probably be thinking, well, what is wrong with you? What do you mean you're not that fat? What are you talking about? When you have vascularity in your abdominals, your bicep veins going on the side, your legs are peeled, there's striations everywhere, you're not that fat, you're shredded.
Bro, go do it now.
I don't want to go with a small back.
Let me tell you this, no matter how good you get, people are going to pick you apart. Derek Lunsford wins the Mr. Olympia. What do people say? Oh, his biceps aren't good enough. He's not shredded. His chest isn't peeled. They'll pick apart everything. And although he's a Mr. Olympia champion 2 times, people still saying, your physique isn't all that good. And so, Sven, you have to just bite the bullet, go and do the competition, and let people say whatever they want. Just don't compete and say you never got your pro card because you never had a proper tan.
I don't know how I'm still lean though.
Bro is eating chicken breasts, training almost every single day, is on point with his diet, and on a boatload of steroids. How could he not be lean?
Yeah, I was eating like, I prepped some chicken breast, no spices at all.
And so he had some chocolate, some strawberries. He's eating chicken breasts without the spices on it. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter. The Rock knows it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter!
What the source of the food is. Is it a chicken breast? Is it a steak? Is it a hamburger? Is it French fries? What really matters is the calories. If you're above maintenance, you're going to increase your body fat. Whether it comes from sugar or protein or fats, if you're eating too much of it, you're going to gain fat. And if you're eating less than maintenance, you're going to get shredded. Now, I'm not saying to just eat only sugar and avoid protein and so on, but what really does in fact matter is eating the appropriate amount of calories. And how do you decide if you are? You track your median weight. Median is the middle number. I weigh myself every day of the week, and I take that middle number. If I want to weigh 190 pounds, and my median weight this week is 191 pounds, I've gained a pound. And so the next week, if I'm feeling a little bit too fat because I'm now 191, I eat a little bit less. I don't have to track how many calories I'm eating. I don't even need to use a food app. I don't need to use any of these things. This is the easiest way to bulk or cut or to maintain. I want to maintain about the same body fat that I have right now. You look in the mirror, you weigh yourself every day, perhaps you take a couple days off the week, and you simply go by what the scale says. If my weight is going up by a pound each and every week, and I'm looking like I'm gaining body fat, clearly I have to go on a diet, I have to eat less, I have to do more cardio. It's really that simple.
Next meal is post-workout meals. I'm gonna have chicken breast, cream of rice. There's like a banana in there.
And so does this look like a bad diet? Chicken breast and cream of wheat, a bit of sauce? This and the trenbolone sandwiches are causing them to be shredded and more muscle than last time.
Well, as long as I put in the work and I stay at least 80-90% locked in, the 20-10% isn't gonna matter at the end of the day.
This is 100% the truth. If people are worried so much about the tiny things that hardly matter, did I have 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight or 1.1? Oh my goodness, I only had 0.9. Or I'm supposed to eat 5 meals a day and I only had 4. Or I needed to do this many reps in reserve, this many sets, and follow this specific program. No, you just need to literally show up and train hard. If you do that, trust me, you're going to make gains if you're consistent. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch any of those 2 bloops. If you're looking for coaching, of course, click the link and apply. If you want to be a sponsored or ambassador of HGLT supplements, also click the link. We're looking for people that carry HGLT supplements, gyms and stores. You can click the link. Cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team. You can get all this on the website. Code Greg 15% off, AlgorX 10% off. And until next time, out.